Hey, what is up, team? Brandon here at Go Headquarters, bringing you the full breakdown for today's workout. We've got a fun upper body session ahead of you, consisting of both strength and kind of a metcon in the form of an EMOM, which is going to feel like a good muscular endurance session. So let's get you guys started. We're going to kick things off today with 10 burpees, followed by a lateral bear crawl across the gym. 10 burpees when you get to that side. Then you're going to do a lateral bear crawl back with the other direction leading, or the other side leading, I should say, followed by 10 final burpees. So what that will look like is 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to do 10 burpees, so chest and thighs to the floor, and then we jump up with our hands over our head. So boom, there's number 10. So now I'm going to do my bear crawl, so I'm on my hands and my feet, and I'm going to kind of laterally crawl all the way across the gym, where I will then do 10 more burpees. You get the idea. Then I'm going to bear crawl back, so now my left arm is leading, and when I get back, I'll do a final 10 burpees. So that is phase one of the warm-up, coming out kind of hot. Don't worry about doing that stuff fast, guys. Just kind of cruise through it, get everything turned on and moving. Phase two of the warm-up will consist of 3 rounds. We're going to do 10 side raises, 5 scapular push-ups, and 5 ring rows. So for your side raises, I would just use some light dumbbells from the side of the thigh with a relatively straight arm, lifting this up to shoulder height. So 10 of those. Scapular push-ups is basically going to look like this, except down on the ground in a push-up position. So we're working on how to protract from the shoulder girdle. So I've got my push-up plank. Shoulders are above wrists. I'm going to keep my elbows locked on this one today. Now I'm going to relax my shoulder blade area, but keep my elbows locked. So my shoulder blades are pinched, kind of by default. Then what I want to do is protract away from that. Now I'm pushing my thoracic region of my spine as high up to the ceiling as possible. But if you watch my elbows, hopefully they are not breaking. So that's the most common fault, is I see people start to do this. So we're just trying to do shoulder movement. So 5 scapular push-ups, then 5 ring rows. I need to disappear back here for a moment for my rings. If you don't have rings, guys, just do bent over rows, like with a plate. So I've got a neutral grip here, and now I am pinching my shoulder blades. So opposite of the scapular push-up, we are now squeezing our shoulder blades. So chest up and out, shoulders down and back. We don't want to just make that an arm pull. We want to get a good back squeeze. So 3 rounds, 10 side raises, 5 scapular push-ups, and 5 ring rows. Now we're going to get into our strength. So today we have conventional bench press. I'm just going to kind of do this out here without a rig, without a rack. But if you guys have hooks and a cage, that is definitely what the programming calls for today. If you don't have that, you're just going to need to up the reps a lot if you're kind of working out at home with a pair of dumbbells. But here at the gym, we are going to go heavy on our bench press. So we need a rack. So sets and reps. We're going to work up to about 85% of our 1 rep max on our bench press. So if your 1 rep max is 100 pounds, you're going to be working up to 85 pounds. And then with that 85 pound weight, or 85%, you're going to do 3 sets of 3. Okay, so we want 3 sets of 3, all at the same weight. After all the warm-up sets, because you are not just going to go over and throw the weight on the bar. After all the warm-up sets, getting up to that working weight, you're going to do 10 bent over reverse fly, which I'll demo in a moment. So for bench press, let's kind of simulate that I have hooks behind me. So I'm going to get my grips on the bar, get all settled in, pinch my shoulder blades back, spread my feet, all that good stuff. Then I'm going to unhook this thing, bring it out over my chest. Now keeping my elbows in, bringing this bar down kind of to my nipple line or just below it, and then driving back up. So on the way down, thinking maybe elbows in. On the press up, you're maybe thinking spread the bar. What I mean by that is spread the bar, like trying to stretch it out as if it were a rubber band. Okay, so 3 sets of 3. Again, guys, remember on that, rest is at lockout. It is not down at your chest. So once you get to your 3 sets of 3, I actually don't want you performing the reverse flies anymore. So I do want these reverse flies happening after all of your warm-up sets, and this will be 10 reps. So for bent over reverse fly, I've got a pair of light dumbbells. It doesn't take a whole lot of weight for this. So flat back, weight in the heels, knees are bent. I'm nice and comfortable here. Now keeping my arms in line with my shoulder, and again, straight arm, kind of like that side raise we did earlier. I'm just lifting these up, able to pause at the top for a moment before descending back down, trying to avoid any body English. That's a sign that we went too heavy. Okay. So, bunch of warm-up sets to get up to your working weight, which should be 85%. After each of the warm-up sets, you're gonna do 10 bent over row, or bent over reverse fly. Once you do get to your working weight, the bent over reverse fly shut down, and you just focus on 3 sets of 3 with about 3-minute rest intervals for those bench presses. And now we advance to our Metcon. So this is far more muscular endurance than it is metabolic conditioning. So if you're worried about high heart rate, burning a bunch of calories, that stuff's not really gonna happen with this. So what's ahead? We've got 9 minutes on the clock. You're gonna go every minute on the minute, strict pull-ups and push-ups. So kind of have some different numbers for the men and the women since this is strict and upper body. So fellas, you're gonna do 5 strict pull-ups. Ladies, you're gonna do 3. Fellas, you're gonna do 12 push-ups. Ladies, you're gonna do 9. So fellas, 5 and 12. Ladies, 3 and 9. So 3, 2, 1, go. I need to jump up on my pull-up bar and do 5 strict pull-ups. So I'm not allowed to kip or flail around. We don't want any body English, but the standards here are straight arms at the bottom, chin clearing the bar at the top. Once I've hit my quota, and that doesn't have to be unbroken, then I'm gonna hit the floor and I'm gonna crank out my push-ups. Now, of course, you guys have options for push-ups, right? Whether you need to do them from the toes or from the knees, either way, we are trying to do a chest to floor standard before pressing up to straight arms. Not gonna be a ton of rest for those of you that struggle with upper body stuff. So feel free to scale the reps down just a little bit to try to get, about 20 seconds worth of rest each round. Otherwise, you're gonna be fighting to make that 1-minute time domain almost the whole way through. So I kind of want about 40 seconds worth of work, and I'm hoping we can get those reps done in that time. So 9 minutes, every minute on the minute, you're doing both tasks, strict pull-ups and push-ups, scale that as needed. Then we're gonna cash out with just a little more accessory work. So, cashing out with 3 rounds. This is for quality, not for time. 10 per side bends and 10 bicep curls. So for the side bend, I've got a dumbbell or a kettlebell, something heavy in my right hand. I'm gonna let that pull me down to the right before coming back up. So when that weight is in my right hand, it is working my left obliques. Then switch, it's the exact opposite. Let it pull me down to the left. Now it's working my right obliques. So I'm gonna do 10 per side there. And then with a pair of dumbbells, and you can do this with a barbell, whatever you've got, we'll do 10 bicep curls. If I was using dumbbells, I would do them like I'm performing now. So palms are facing forward, and I'm curling both arms at the same time. All right, so 3 rounds, 10 per side bends, and 10 bicep curls. Hopefully you guys are able to hit this workout hard, get that heavy 3 sets of 3 on the bench press, and then hopefully you find a sweet spot for the numbers for that 9-minute EMOM. Keep punching out there, guys. We'll see you next time.